The British Social Democratic Party was formed in 1981, so in the middle of Margaret Thatcher's first term as the British Prime Minister. As a split from the Labour Party, two of the most prominent members of the four who formed it were former British Cabinet Minister Roy Jenkins and then Lord David Owen, who in the early 1990s became well known internationally as the United Nations, or one of the United Nations peace mediators in the former Yugoslav civil war. Apparently, the party was to profile itself as a new kind of center-left party that would not be too beholden to the traditions of the Labour Party, but rather would seek some kind of middle ground between the Labour Party's traditional left-wing tendencies and the Conservative Party's right-wing tendencies, especially those of Prime Minister Thatcher, who had rejected just about the moderate, centrist, progressive, conservative one nation ideals, which, for example, her predecessor, Edward Heath, had accepted. In other words, to expand gradually the British social welfare safety net, to provide more moderate alternatives to the Labour Party, to the Labour Party's more left-wing or socialist proposals, if you want to use the term. However, not to go too far to the left and to abandon the ideals of, for example, free enterprise and the people's right to choose and so forth. The party formed an alliance with the Liberals, who were then the third largest party in the British Parliament, especially the House of Commons, and participated in two British general or parliamentary elections in 1983 and in 1987, both times winning over 20% of the vote. In fact, in the 1983 British general or parliamentary elections, the Social Democratic Liberal Alliance won over 25% of the vote, and then even in 1987, some 23%, although because of the first past the post electoral system, the split of the center-left vote between the Labourites and the Alliance, and the Conservative Party's solid plurality of the popular vote, some 42%, both times they received much fewer seats than they would have received under some form of proportional representation. So let's look at this now defunct party. It was a centrist political party. It supported a mixed economy, favoring a system similar to the German social market economy. Its founders were Roy Jenkins, David Owen, Bill Rogers, and Shirley Williams. It was founded in March 1981, and after a 7-year existence, almost to the day, it was dissolved in March 1988. It merged into the Liberal Democrats. It favored electoral reform, European integration, and a decentralized state, while rejecting the possibility of trade unions being overtly influential within the industrial sphere. A minority, however, left to form a continuing SDP led by Lord David Owen.